the ball on his side. He opened his eyes. They were back again. They were a team once more. Sasuke was at the hospital. Kakashi was okay. Everyone else seemed fine. Everything seemed perfect. Everything seemed happy. He was walking through the village. Tsunade was just got announced as Hokage, had her ceremony. Everything seemed just right. Within the Hokage office, Tsunade proceeded to slam a shelf into the wall, sighing, as Hiruzen proceeded to sweat drop. All this paperwork. Tsunade, as Hiruzen says, relax. Don't tell me to relax, Sensei, as she hissed. You have given me work. Right now, I am not in a mood. I can't even enjoy Sake anymore. Shizune took it all. She scowled, looking at the paperwork around her. And you seem to be enjoying yourself. Hiruzen proceeded to look at the paperwork beside him. Well, yes. She glared at him. Her glare cold. Tsunade. Relax, I've come here to talk to you about something more important. Something serious. She sighed and relaxed herself. Right, what is it? Hiruzen became more serious. Naruto, I need a status upon him. Yes, I know you're Hokage, but this is important. She proceeded to continue signing papers and proceeded to say, yeah, I know. About the whole reincarnation thing with him being a reincarnated spirit of Dante and Virgil. Dante and Uchiha being Virgil. Jiraiya caught me up on the way to the village. You know what troubles me, Sensei? What is it? It's the fact that you allow these boys to hold those weapons when you know that the likelihood of that is probably them fighting. And the worst part is, they're both Dragon Emperors, which gives them even more reason to fight. So, Sensei, please tell me, why should I not break up Team 7? Hiruzen raised an eyebrow. You want to remove them from Team 7? Yes, put them in another team, so they don't have to see each other as much. The less they see each other, the less there's any want of fighting. Hiruzen stood beside. I thought about that too, but I realized that wouldn't have helped. So I raised an eyebrow, looking at her sensei. It would not help? No, it would not. Sensei, how would you know it would have not helped? Because I thought about it myself. I wanted to the moment that I found out they were both reincarnations of two brothers that are at each other's throats. But then I realized separating them wouldn't really do much. That animosity would just be held within. It would just continue to burn, continue to grow, but fester. If something festers, you can't deal with it. But if you decide to let the two figure it out on their own and figure out how they're going to do it, it'll solve itself. So risk of potential fight within the village. Yes, totally. That's perfect, she said sarcastically. I understand you're afraid. You're gonna like into Naruto, haven't you? She simply scowled for a moment, then nodded. Yes. He reminds me of Nawaki. Like my own. The son. She looked up, looking at him seriously. Yes, basically, a son. The last thing I want is him getting badly hurt. She looked at him seriously. What happens when the Uchiha decides to go after it? The blade. That Sparta thing. Hiruzen proceeded to go quiet. I'm not sure. But right now, for the longest time, I've been trying to keep Danzo's little greedy hands off both of them. He's been interested in ever since. Her eyes narrowed immediately at Danzo. He's still around? Hiruzen simply nodded. Yes, he is. Don't be a fool, Tsunade. He's very much still around. Why haven't you not dealt with him by now? I keep him around because he's useful. I know, and his root is still very much active. Her eyes widening. Root's still active, and you've done nothing? For now, he benefits the village. As long as the village is safe. That's what matters. What matters is taking him out. You allowed him to fester and gain power, Sensei. I know. But I have a feeling that you won't allow that. Will you? No. No, I won't. He's been having eyes on the Nine Tails, and now the boosted gear and the Divine Dividing. From what Jiraiya said, he wants them both. And, potentially, the Yamato and Rebellion. If he hears about Sparta's legendary blade, that's the last thing we want. Danzo's greedy, power-hungry self wanting it. Hiruzen simply sighed. I know. It's really bad enough what he did to the Uchiha clan. Bad enough, Tensei. He wiped them out. I read everything upon what Itachi did. It's sickening. A boy having to kill his whole family and leave his younger brother with that trauma. How could you allow things like that to happen? Something had to give. She looked at the potion of Minato. Look at it. It would not have gone through if he was there. Hiruzen looked also. Yes. He would have already been solved that. I know he would have. Hiruzen proceeded across his arms. Maybe it's my Japs in my judgment, lapse in my judgment at least. Or wrongdoing. She simply shook her head, proceeding to look. At least they both have the perfect amulet. And they don't have an access to hell to get the sword. Keep an eye on Sasuke. I already have Amber watching him with his sensei. And Rossway. They're doing enough watching. So now I proceed to look up. But he's power hungry, isn't he? Just like how Virgil was. Hiruzen simply nodded. I read the little tale. This is enough of what I need to know. A brother is lost in power and tragedy. A boy that grew into a man that just wants power, but not because he's power hungry or that, but protecting for himself, because he doesn't know what else to feel. All he knows is one thing. Power. She sighed, rubbing her face, her temples. I assume T7 got back from the whole daimyo thing. Oh yes, they did. Just an hour ago. They got back from that mission to... What was it? To save Princess Koyoki, I'm pretty sure. Return the country back to the spring country that it was. I heard Naruto did well there. Good. Hiruzen smiled. He's doing well. Growing stronger every day. It was not long, but a month ago, he was just a little brat, wasn't he? Truson chuckled. Tell me about it. As the blonde walked through the streets, he proceeded to feel like someone was talking about him as he sneezed. Oh, great, someone's talking about me. Just perfect. While talking about my greatness, he proceeded to grin and continue walking. Him. Or maybe it should. As he continued walking, he was relaxed, chilled out. What mattered was eating pizza and ramen. And maybe a sundae. Strawberry sundae. Yeah, that would be nice. He looked around, being at the house. He placed his rebellion upon his side. The claymore laying there. The giant claymore was now laying once again. He sat down, looking for a slice of pizza or ramen. Ooh, there they are. He grabbed a box of pizza, got a few packs of ramen, instant, and warmed them. He proceeded to tap the counter, waiting. He heard the beep, opening the box first. After the instant ramen cooked, he grabbed both, setting it down on the counter, grabbing a chair, and getting ready to eat. Oh yeah, I'm starving. He goes to open the box of pizza, and then sees Azia enter. He blinks at her, seeing her. Oh, Azia, you're here. Weren't you working at the hospital? She proceeded to blink, surprised. Well, yeah. The blonde grinned. Well, how'd it go? Good. Lady Shizune was doing a lot of training. She proceeded to look at her hands. If anything, my sacred gear has increased. The blonde raised an eyebrow. It has? I didn't think Twilight healing could increase. She smiled. No, it has. As I'm learning medical ninjutsu, my sacred gear power increases also. So I have two ways of healing people. I was thinking of combining them both. Huh. That would be pretty nice. Ultimate medic. Huh. She proceeded to nod. He smiled simply. He proceeded to open the box and taking a slice, putting it in his mouth and eating. Well, that sounds good. I was gonna go head back to the hospital for my shift. Maybe you wanna walk me there? The blonde paused, thinking about it. He just got back from training. Goodness, Azia. It's not like Rias and the others, or they demand his attention more than less. Azia doesn't demand that much. Okay, he simply shrugged, getting up and proceeding to put the two foods within the fridge. Grabbing Rebellion's and placing the large claymore upon his back once more. Come on, let's go. He opened the door first, allowing her to exit first, then followed, closing the door and proceeding to lock it. They proceeded to walk towards the hospital. The walk was quiet. So how is your training going? Fine. Pretty well, actually. The blonde proceeded walking. As they continued walking, the blonde proceeded to look at her. So you just gonna continue wearing the old school uniform? She raised an eyebrow, proceeded to look down at the old uniform. Well, it's the only thing I have. The other thing is more just for on shift. Then there's the shinobi outfit. All white, huh? She nodded. I like it, but it's a little tight. If it looks good on you, then it looks good on you. It shouldn't be a problem. She flushed red, proceeding to look away. Right. Did I say something wrong? The blonde said, confused. No, it's just nothing. The blonde blinked. She was now acting like Hinata. That was weird. The blonde continued to walk, walking forward as they arrived at the hospital. Alright, we're here. She proceeded to smile. Thanks, Naruto. I'll see you later when my shift ends. The blonde grinned. Yeah, no problem. As he watched her enter, he felt someone was watching him, or more likely, watching them. He turned around, seeing somebody watching from distance. A man that's smiling. Greenish hair. A smile that doesn't seem so right on his face. He was watching Azia. His eyes narrowed. The blonde didn't like that. Something territorial felt off. One moment someone passed right in front of him, and then next the man was gone. The hell? Where'd he go? The blonde didn't like that. Someone was watching Azia. Creepy. His eyes narrowed. They were now shining us a little bit of a brighter blue. If someone's watching her, then... No. I'm sure she's fine. Just don't need to completely go AWOL. He turned around, trying to walk back. Stig felt unsettling, like he should be careful. The next past few days were everything. Training was going on. Spars. Everything seemed normal. But every time Azia was with the rest of them or out in the village, he felt that someone watching them, or more likely watching her. It was getting on his nerves, and he didn't like it. As they were now in the training grounds of Team 7, all of them were sparring. Issei was dodging Volta electricity from Akano as he proceeded to grin. His dragon glance unfurled. Come on, you can do better than that, can't you? I'm not even trying anymore. He proceeded to grin. Akano smirked. Really now? How about this? She created a large thunderbolt. As the thunderbolt came crashing right into him, he proceeded to scream out in pain, falling to the ground. He proceeded to groan. Reminder. Never to taunt Akano again. Akano proceeded to chuckle. I'm sure you want some more, right? No, I'm good. She raised an eyebrow, proceeding to smirk. Aww. Ria's proceeding to watch this. She sighed. She looked at Naruto. He was simply just eating pizza. Yeah, he trained. But it's either that, or he was completely trying to master new jutsu, the Rasengan. Trying to perfect it. Or at least to the point where he can do it faster with his clone. You seem like he'd be taking a break. He shoved the last slice into his mouth, proceeding to grin happily, then paused. He turned, everyone else noticed. Sasuke arrived. The Uchiha simply stopped right in front of him. They had a stare down. The tension was high yet again. Nora's Price raised an eyebrow. She heard of the infamous the last time they fought. It became real aggressive. She moved closer. towards him, just in case. The blonde stared at him, and Lucia stared back. What? He simply said. You feel that? Lucia simply said. Feel what? Sasuke simply turned. Someone's watching us. The blonde's eyes widening. A dark look came on his face. Not us. Her. Lucia followed his gaze towards Azia. His eyes narrowed. Why? I'm not sure. I've seen him a couple times. Very specific. Who's watching who? I don't know. But I'm not liking it. Issei landed right next to him. Who's watching? But I'm gonna find out who today. I'm getting annoyed by this little cat and mouse game. The others noticed. Azia raised an eyebrow. What's going on? She asked. Nothing, the blonde said. Nothing at all. She looked at the others, all of them seemingly coming to one understanding, except for her. Rhea's eyes narrowed. They were serious now. A president, a king, in watch of her team. Protective. We're heading back now. They all proceeded to nod. Ross was alright, everyone, pack up your stuff. They all proceeded to pack up the stuff. The blonde placing a rebellion upon his back. The Uchiha simply walked forward. His blue trench coat proceeded to flutter as they continued walking. They all left. Together. As they made it back to the village, they were walking through the village. Calm, collected. They were chatting with each other. The blonde was still quiet. The Uchiha simply was also quiet. They were both just relaxed. The blonde noticed Sasuke. His hair was, well, almost all silver white, with a few strands of black. Most of his original hair color was gone. Colder, just like every day. They continued walking. Each step was calm. They walked past the hospital, and some guy was waiting. That same man that Naruto's been seeing here, on and off. The man walked forward, calm, confident. He was around their age. He walked straight towards Azia. The blonde's eyes narrowed immediately. Azia proceeded to look at him. Do you need something? I'm sorry, I have to say this, but you are just breathtakingly beautiful. All of them proceeded to watch this closely. Issei's eyes narrowed. Jealousy proceeded to immediately enter him, but he simply stayed quiet. Irina's eyes proceeded to watch. She could already tell about this guy. She didn't like him at all. And Irina liked almost everybody. Well, everybody. Except, well, she did like everybody. But for some reason, she wasn't really fond of this one. Zora's eyes narrowed. She was ready to summon Durando to think about this when he was off. The man spoke. I have just wanted to thank you. Thank me for what? Well, for healing the others, of course. Azia raised an eyebrow. She was confused. Healing you? Yes. He took her hand gently. But the moment that he took her hand, a gun was pointed upon his temple. Hands off, the blonde said. Ebony within his hand. The black gun was already pointed, the barrel at his head. Everyone still. The man still smiling. Smiling, but he seemed to notice the blonde, but barely acknowledged him. Audrey perceived slightly panic, slightly. She wasn't used to Naruto being so hostile. He was always so friendly. But whatever was setting him off, it seemed like the others noticed. Well, yes. You healed me. I was the devil you healed a while ago. Audrey's eyes widening, recognition coming past into them. You were the devil I healed before I left the church? Yes. I wanted to thank you for that. I know I might have caused some inconvenience and trouble. But I just have to thank you. She proceeded to smile gently. It's fine. You're welcome. The blonde's eyes were still on him, coldly. But the man's hand was still on hers, holding it. You had your apology. You got it. You have your thanks. You said it. Now let her go. He simply said, speaking again. But the man did not register. The blonde's eyes narrowed. He didn't let go. His hand got slightly. It was playing with the trigger, tempting the idea of wanting to just pull it to see what the man would he do. But a sword proceeded to appear upon his neck, a katana, a very long and familiar katana, Yamato. The Yamato. As it gleamed, demonic energy proceeded to leak from it. It was very hostile. Just like the blonde, his energy was hostile also. But the Uchiha's voice was cold, extremely. Not a type of a warning that the blonde was giving. It was complete and utterly complete order. An order of one. You heard him. Hands off. Unless you want to lose something today. As the Uchiha simply said, the man proceeded to look at Sasuke, noticing him finally. His face fell, the smile losing, dropped. He let go. Now I understand. Do you mind getting these weapons out of my vicinity? The Uchiha proceeded to pull back Yamato and proceeding to sheath it once more. But the blonde didn't pull back Ebony. It was still in his temple. He turned towards him finally, looking at him. His eyes narrowed. You mind pulling that gun away from me? No. No, I won't. Get to stepping, the boss said. The opposite direction, away from Asia. Issei proceeded to gently pull her back, Asia being confused why all the others were acting like this. They all watched, watching as, yes, she was pulled away. The man proceeded to watch, watching his eyes narrowed. He simply took a few steps back and decided to leave. Very well. I'll be seen another time, Asia. He proceeded to walk away, walking with the crowd. Once they couldn't see him anymore in the crowd, he was gone. What was that for? She simply asked. He was just thanking me. Yeah, I know, the blonde said, proceeding to put the gun away. But something's wrong about that guy. Definitely wrong. And I'm not liking it. He simply turning towards her. Just make sure you don't ever go with him if he comes near you again. Just move the opposite direction. She proceeded to nod. Sakura proceeded to hold her close. Something's wrong with that guy, she simply said. I'm not liking it. Sakura was, well, Sakura. But even she had a bad feeling about this guy. If Sakura was on board, then something was definitely off. Sakura proceeded to speak up. We should tell Lady Tsunade about him. Maybe to get some Boo, to watch Shazia? Yeah, I'll tell Granny about it, the blonde said. Ace say, I want to pummel him. He simply said, cracking his knuckles. Kiba proceeded to nod. Something about him is definitely off. Maria's proceeded to say, I recognize him, as she simply said. He simply also bub. Shaba, if I'm correct. Shalba? Someone. Shaba or Deodora. She proceeded to turn, looking at them. If I remember correctly, one of them is not really welcome within the underworld. I'm pretty sure it's Deodora. Alright. Each one of us will be going with Ozzy everywhere now. Something about him seems off. The others all nodded. The blonde seemed to understand, nodding. The next few days were hectic. Everything was told, even Tsunade and Kakashi. Once Tsunade knew this, she immediately had most Anbu had a lookout for the man. She didn't want him in her village if one of her shinobi was vastly uncomfortable, and the rest of her teammates. So you're saying he's just off? I don't like him, Granny, the blonde said simply. She proceeded to not understanding. Naruto likes something big. First, I proceeded not understanding. If Naruto has a bad feeling about it, then it's obvious. He's not one you should discriminate from other people. The days went on. They all proceeded to continue, going through the day like any other. It was the blonde's turn with Issei to pick her up from her shift. They were walking into her, and then they arrived. They picked her up. Come on, ready to go? She proceeded not understanding. And they walked. The blonde was calm. Issei proceeded to walk, chatting with Azia. The blonde looked around. Choji's family's place barbecue would be really nice right now. Azia's eye sparkled. Ooh. She proceeded his nod. I do like their pork chops. They're great. Issei proceeded to grin. How about we get some for the others? Sure, I'll pay for it, the blonde said, grinning. Why would you want to pay? Can you pay? Of course. Issei proceeded to pull out his own wallet. The blonde saw the wallet. It was Issei's wallet, alright. Naked women on it. And skimpy outfits. The blonde sip said, maybe I should just do it, you know. Hey, what's wrong with my wallet? It's a little much. He proceeded to look at the wallet and look back. Are you describing my wallet? No, I'm not discriminating it. I'm just saying it's a little much for family business, do you think? Fine, fine. They went to Choji's family's his restaurant. They got some pork and meats to go. Pork chops, ribs, the finer taste. Once they had that, they proceeded to head back. The others proceeded to notice the food, same smile. So you brought that, Rhea Super said. That's why you were late. Yup. The blonde placed down the bag of food. Who's hungry? They all the smile, grabbing plates immediately. As they were chatting with themselves eating, Sakura turned towards Sasuke. You don't want some? Dude, Uchiha simply shook his head. I already had some. I had my fill. The blonde looked to see he did eat some, but not all of it. You're being a spoiled sprat, you know? The Uchiha raised an eyebrow, looking at him. Whatever you say. The blonde rolled his eyes, looking at him. Right. Totally. Turned away to get ready. As they were finished eating, the next moment they know, well, someone appeared in a magic circle, a green one at that. Rias noticed that immediately. She proceeded to raise an eyebrow, and then the same man appeared. All their eyes narrowed. What are you doing here, Shaba? As she simply asked. The man proceeded to nod. Well, I wanted to have a chat with you, Lady Grimmery. She proceeded to look at him questionable. All right, speak. I wanted to trade you one of your pieces, or trade with you. She raised an eyebrow. All of them proceeded to go still and quiet. All right, who do you want? She simply asked. Her eyes narrowed. I would trade you for your bishop for one of my own. Her eyes narrowed. His wand for Ozzy. And why would you want my bishop? Because I want to repay her. And it would be nice to have her on my side. The blonde proceeded to grab Rebellion. The large climber he pointed at the man's back. You have a lot of nerve saying that, the blonde said. The climber was pointing at his back, visibly touching him. He simply sighed and smiled. What do you say, Lady Rias? Rias simply closed her eyes, thinking about it. No, she simply said. Ozzy is is part of my peerage, a family. My peerage is my family. To give her up will be giving up a piece of myself. I refuse. She simply looked at him. The smile fell immediately. I assure you that my piece is well trained, also well in the art of healing. It's not that I don't want your piece. It's that I don't want your deal at all. She simply said, I'm not trading Ozzy for anyone. And that's period. No one of my peers will be traded, nor will be given. I refuse to hand over anyone. You're making a mistake, Lady Grimmery, the man said. Yamano was aimed towards the man's throat yet again. You heard her, Sasuke simply said, his voice cold, colder than ice. Or do we have a problem here? His eyes seemed to glow, glowing blue. Shawbub seemed to notice this. He proceeded to back up. Very well. I will make my way out. Rios proceeded to say, if you come into this territory yet again, I won't hesitate to remind you why I'm here. And you're forbidden. She proceeded to say, looking at him, so, I don't want you here in my territory again. He simply nodded, understanding. Very well, Lady Rios, he said. As then he vanished in a magic circle, leaving. He was gone. Naruto proceeded to lower a rebellion. Sasuke proceeded to place it back within his sheath. The blonde said, he's becoming too normalized. He's agitated. Why does he want her? The Uchihas was quiet. He looked at Azia, looking at her closely. I am not sure. But I have no idea. Then he looked at the others. You might want to double security upon her. He simply left. As he proceeded to unsheath Yamato, cutting open a portal. The blue and purplish portal opened as he stepped through, disappearing into it and vanishing. Arena proceeded to sigh. And then he's gone. Ever since he learned to do that, he's been spamming that for a long while. Yeah, I bet having instant teleportation would be nice. Literally. Rios proceeded to sigh. It doesn't matter. We simply just watch. See if he comes back again. They all nodded. The next few days was quiet. He didn't return. Maybe he got the hint. But as the days passed on, it was a full-on week. When it was time for Sakura to pick her up with Kaneko, that's when he decided to make his presence known. The boy was relaxing yet again, simply sleeping. He had a newspaper on his face, snoring. Sakura burst through the door. Kaneko beside her. Kaneko proceeded to say, she's gone. Everyone proceeded to snap to attention. Sakura proceeded to ask, what do you mean she's gone? He took her, right in front of us. He dispatched us both, Sakura said, her fist clenched. She was already learning how to use Tsunade's legendary strength, being one of her prodigies with Kaneko and Ino. Rios became serious. Then we find him now. She proceeded to contact her brother immediately, going through the magic circle. The blonde's eyes snapped open from hearing that. As the blonde, what do you mean she's gone? Issei proceeded to say, she's gone. He took her. The blonde grabbed his stuff, grabbing ebony and ivory, and also grabbing the rebellion, placing the blade upon his back. Just, well, what are we waiting for? As Rios proceeded to nod, understanding, she proceeded to finally get in contact with her brother. Rios, what's wrong? Oz has been kidnapped. Shop Beelzebub. Soon as her voice became more serious, she's been kidnapped. He went quiet for a moment. Thinking about it, really. Alright then. I'll try to have her tracked down. Can Lord Beelzebub track her for her evil piece? So I proceeded to think about it. Thinking about it and then nodding. Yeah, I can get him to do that. Think about his friend as I'll contact him when I can get a chance. For now, just stay on standby. I'll send you magical information through Magic Circle. Got it? She nodded, understanding. The blonde proceeded to sigh. So, what? We wait, as Ryusup said. She proceeded to wait, and then she got the information immediately. Not long after, he tracked her location. Let's go. They proceeded to appear at all the Magic Circle, vanishing. They arrived immediately as the blonde proceeded to look around. Where the hell are we? The Beelzebub territory, she simply said, within the underworld. A portal cut open, bluish-purplish, as Sasuke stepped out. Hiro seemed to notice, or known that she was gone. She's in there, the Uchiha simply said. The blonde nodded. Alright, then let's kick some ass. Riz noticed Chaos Brigade members. Chaos Brigade, as Issei scowled. They're everyone behind us? Of course they would. Riz simply scowled. Also, it's Issei. Let's move. They all proceeded to head forward, moving. The members tried to stop them. They're either dispatched by the team. Sasuke proceeded to make her way through, cutting them down mercilessly. Naruto proceeded to shoot at them, just to take them down, not to kill. But the Uchiha, he wasn't doing that. He was legit killing them all, simply. They continued walking forward, pushing through. The blonde noticed this as once they arrived, they finally found it. As they proceeded to arrive there, to where Ozzy's piece was. As immediately the portal was cut open, I saw Sasuke cut through the door. He proceeded to look, watching. There. The blonde's eyes looked where she was, fighting her. And there was Shaba. But somebody else. Deodora. The man proceeded to turn, smirking. Oh. Look who it is. You arrived. The blonde's eyes narrowed. So you have the gall to show up. The gall? I didn't think a former devil leader like you would be here, Ryusup said. A descendant of the original Beelzebub. Of course. Of course I would be here. But you know, that title was stolen from me. Just like all the other titles, great Satans. But I'm gonna get it back eventually. Someday. It's just not gonna be today. He proceeded to smirk. But then yet again, I'll figure it out. But what infuriates me is that you were given a choice and that you refused. The blonde proceeded to glare. You better give her back now. Give her back. As Shaba proceeded to say, why would I give her back? Theodora proceeded to grin. I have what I wanted. She's right with me finally. After so long, I worked so hard to get her. What do you mean by that? As Issei simply asked. What do you think I mean by that? It was me who did it all, of course. I am the one who brought her here. If it wasn't for me and her healing me, she would not have been. I planned it all. From the moment that she left the church until she was reincarnated into you. But the only thing I didn't expect was the pawn to come save her. Issei scowled, realizing, you planned it all. Do you know how much pain you caused her? Yes, I did. I know it was painful for her. But now she's in a better place with me. He proceeded to grab her face, pulling her closer. Isn't that right, sweet Asia? She proceeded to look away. Fear was clear in her eyes. The blonde growled. The boosted gear on his arm flashing back and forth. Let her go, the blonde said, snarling. To let her go? It's funny how the red dragon can demand this of me. The previous host didn't have anything else to do. What makes you do? I refuse to have sloppy seconds from the red dragon. But do not worry. She'll be in good company with me. I will cherish her. The blonde snarled, growling. I said, let her go. I wonder how sweet this one will taste. He snarled and growled as Drake's voice boomed and cried out, Welsh Dragon, Balance Breaker. The blonde's balance breaker proceeded to activate. He proceeded to flash forward, skipping them, being all formalities. Reese proceeded, Naruto, wait! She shouted out, but the blonde was not listening. He was already moving. He blasted forward, rebellion proceeded to swing within the air. As a magical barrier proceeded to form from Theodora, he proceeded to laugh. You know, I really am amused that you think you can break this. But she had no chance. The blonde was trying to stab rebellion through the barrier. That's where you're wrong. I don't care what stands between me and her. You can't have her. Really now? What a shame. I'm sure I could. I must. He proceeded to grin. The blonde proceeded to push more energy into it. Pushing more. Boost! 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 The blade proceeded to gleam brighter, glowing. What is this? The blonde proceeded to push. He shouted through the barrier, finally. He blasted forward, rushing at her. At Theodora, slamming in the cross guard right into his gut. Then he proceeded to hit him with the flat side of the blade, pushing him out the way, straight towards Asia. He proceeded to swing the blade. It proceeded to bounce right off the restraints that was holding her. What the hell is this stuff made of? Damn it. He proceeded to place the blade upon his back. Hey, I got you. Don't worry. Naruto, you came. Yeah. Don't worry. He proceeded to try to remove These restraints by force. Dude Chia proceeded to appear at a grinding speed. Looking, he stared. They were reinforced. And something else is happening. Move, as the Uchiha said. The model proceeded to blur, cutting in flashes of white, like blue, as her restraint shattered immediately to the cutting power of Yamato. The blonde caught her. Are you alright? She proceeded to smile. I'm fine. You guys saved me. The blonde nodded. Issei proceeded to move forward. You okay? She proceeded to nod, the blonde turning towards. Naruto proceeded to pull out ebony and ivory. They proceeded to be summoned through the gear. You have a lot of nerve pulling that trick. Theodora proceeded to snarl. How? That blade. How did you? It doesn't matter how. Rias proceeded to glare. She turned towards and simply said, you have a lot of nerve trying to steal my peace. And especially when you think you can get away with it. Get away with it. I know I can. It's what's needed. But you got in the way. Got in the way? The blonde said. The Uchiha simply stared. I had enough of this. Enough of this game. Enough of this wandering. Theodora proceeded to watch. What are you talking about? And then the next moment, blood spurted from everywhere from across his body. Cuts appeared. Their eyes widening in shock. Theodora proceeded to hold his throat, trying to stop the bleeding. He proceeded to take a few steps back. What have you done to me? He proceeded to fall. As he fell back, his body proceeded to be cut into smaller bits. As the Uchiha proceeded to sheath Yamato, the blonde's eyes were wide. His balance breaker proceeded to fade away in the crimson light. As he turned towards Sasuke, looking at him, You killed him. That wasn't necessary. It was. He intended to take Azia. I eliminated the threat. There's restraint, you know? Like actual restraint. Have you ever heard of it? Dude, Chia's eyes narrowed. Restraint is for the weak. For the weak. Blonde clenched his fist. Soccer proceeded to look at the two. It's not for the weak. It's for purpose. It's called having some humanity. You ever heard of that? Dude, Shion turned towards him, glaring. Humanity is for pity. I did what I must. But you don't seem to care. So you're just gonna stand there and allow her to take a taken? The blonde growled. No, I wasn't. But I didn't think you were gonna go kill him. For that, we'll have to make it believable. Then he turned around, turning away. This is over. He'd simply cut it to the world. I have better things to do. To plan. And then he left. The blonde watched. His eyes narrowed. To plan? The hell does he mean to plan? They teleported back to... Once they were back in the leaf, they told Tsunade everything. So he just killed him, she simply said. The blonde nodded. He just killed him. She thought about it, really thinking about it. He was going further and further away. I guess where he does have a point. Has a point, the blonde said. The point is not to kill somebody. The point is to have some restraint. We got her. There's no need to kill him. Even if he deserved it. Rios proceeded to nod. I would have persuaded him myself, but Sasuke already did it. But the coldness in his eyes, it seemed like it was just an assessment, like another thing that needed to be crossed out. Just watch him, Tsunade simply said. Keep an eye on him, closely. Right, an eye on him. Once they left, they proceeded to walk back. The blonde was unnerved. He proceeded to get up, moving forward, leaving the others. The others proceeded to watch him leave. Where is he going? Issei simply said. I'm not sure. Follow. They all proceeded to follow him. The blonde headed straight for the hospital. The moment that he landed, the Uchiha was there, waiting. The blonde looked at him. The Uchiha turned his back, looking at him. What's going on with you? Really? Nothing you need to know. Ever since Itachi came back, you've been different. Colder. I lost, the Uchiha simply said. I barely make it out alive. And now you're closing the gap between us. Every day is getting stronger. Did you ever see Scowl? So, at then he seems to return, fight me. The blonde's eyes widened. What? Fight me. I'm not doing that. Is this what you wanted? A fight? When we first became Genins, that's what you wanted, to fight me. We're teammates. It's different now. Is it? Is it different? The Uchiha proceeded to look at him. Or is it the same? The blonde's eyes narrowed dangerously. Fine. Good. They arrived to watch, to see they were actually... Rios proceeded to pause, watching the two. They were across from each other. The blonde watched Sasuke. He watched him. His silver hair was fully apparent. There was not a single strand of black. It seems like he was embracing the demon half of the full power of Virgil, accessing more and more. What are you doing to yourself? I'm doing what must be done to avenge my family, those who I care. To be the Avenger. His eyes were cold, blue. Put on your headband. Do you have wrist and eyebrow? Why would I need to put on that? You want me to put a scratch on my forehead? No, not for that. For affiliation. For two shinobi that's standing for the same team. Respect, obviously. No. Naruto's eyes narrowed. No. I won't put it on. The Uchiha simply said, fine. I'll just make you. The blonde's blade gleamed. He grabbed Rebellion, pulling it from its hilt. Not Rebellion, from his back, pulling it, and as a large claymore was there, gleamed within the sunlight. Sasuke proceeded to touch Yamato's crossguard, pushing it out slightly. The blade gleamed. The two stared at each other for a moment, and then it began. The two flashed forward, faster than before, much faster. They clashed immediately. The shockwave was evident, large. The two's eyes stared at each other. They grow. They clashed. Steel seemed to spark against each other. Uchiha's eyes narrowed. Is this all you got? No. I'm far from done. The two pushed off each other and rushed forward once more. One strike, 2, 3. The blonde dodged a quick swing. He parried another and proceeded to come with a stab. Sasuke blocked with Yamato. The two were faster than before. They clashed, just swordsmanship going against each other. Each clash was fast, sharp, and jagged. Naruto jumped into the air, coming down with another swing. Sasuke pulled back, body flickering away. He proceeded to rush forward, a blue blur crashing into Naruto. Naruto stomped his feet, skidding upon the ground. The two proceeded to continue clashing, pushing against each other, fighting. The fight was getting more violent. The blonde just pushed off. He proceeded to rush forward. He proceeded leaping to the air, jumping, coming down with an overhead swing. Sasuke proceeded to clash with him with a side swing. The two went back and forth. The blonde swung for his midsection. Uchiha looked over. You're naively foolish. He spun, spinning as a fast blur. The blonde blocked, skidding back as jumped back. The two eyed each other. The blonde rushed forward. Blade gleamed. They clashed. Boom! This one was different, more intense. The boosted gear was summoned from Naruto's hand. Boost! As dividing wings flared out. Divide! The moment the sacred gears were activated, their eyes widening. They're going to kill each other, Rhea simply said. No, as Sakura simply said. She moved forward to intercept them both. The two clashed once again, going back and forth, faster blurs this time. The blonde proceeded coming with a stinger. Sasuke proceeded to parry over it. He jumped into the air, getting enough distance. He proceeded to clench his fist, putting Yamato within his sheath, putting his hands as they proceeded to start to spark with lightning. The blonde's eyes widened and realized what he was doing. He placed his rebellion upon his back and summoned a clone. A shadow clone appeared. The blonde spinning formed the Rasengan. The two jutsu started to form, active, fully inactive. Chidori, as Sasuke simply whispered the name. The blonde proceeded to speak the Rasengan. The two breathed at each other. Uchiha started to fly down, flying at him quickly. The blonde cocked back his arm, ready to slam his jutsu right into it. Your Chidori won't beat me. We'll see about that, the blonde growled. Before they can clash, Kakashi proceeded to appear right in between the two, catching both of their arms last moment and spinning them out the way. Before he could do anything, he placed two seals upon Rebellion Yamato. Both blades proceeded to gleam brightly. The demonic power that was fueling them proceeded to cut from them. Both Naruto and Sasuke's eyes widening, feeling their power from the both blades dimming. As both clapped, slammed right into two water tanks. Sakura proceeded to stop running, appeared by Kakashi. Kakashi Sensei, don't worry, I'm here. and felt that clash from on the other side of the village. He proceeded to stare at his two students. Sasuke's arm was fully indented with the water tank, while Naruto's made a small dent. The blonde boosted gear proceeded to gleam. It proceeded to scrape against. The blonde glared. Damn it. He proceeded to drop his hand. Small stream of water trickled. The Uchiha proceeded to pull his arm out. A large geyser of water proceeded to burst from his own. Sasuke, the Chidori is not a technique to use upon your teammates. Or leaf shinobi at all. The Uchiha smirk fell immediately after hearing Kakashi's voice. He killed the Yamato, seeing that there was a seal upon it. He grabbed the seal, ripping it off. He felt his power return back to him. Demonic energy that was flowing through him now. Yamato's power is fully accessed. More of it. He needed more. He simply turned, leaping away as he dropped. Leaping away and falling to the side. To another building. Kakashi-sensei. What's happening? I'm not sure, Sakura. But things just got a lot worse. But don't worry. Everything will be fine. He looked at the rest of his team, all of you. Rhea simply nodded, understanding. The blonde walked back. He proceeded with the seal upon rebellion. He felt his demonic energy from the blade return back. He simply stopped towards Sakura. Sakura? She's turned, looking at him. Stay out of this, he simply said. His voice was cold. This is between me and Sasuke. That goes for the rest of all of you. That goes for the rest of you. This is between me and him. He simply turned and walked away. He immediately leaped off the building, leaving them all. Rhea's proceeded to watch. That was dangerous. Very. Kakashi was leaning against the fence. What do you so? You really taught him the Rasengan, huh? On the other side, below, Jiraiya proceeded to say, and you taught Sasuke the Chidori. What about it? As Jiraiya simply said. I didn't think Naruto can use the Rasengan against a teammate. I guess I gotta fix that, aren't I? Jiraiya proceeded to sigh. So fears has come to this. I guess so. They're really at each other's throats now. And it's not a pretty one. It's becoming too aggressive now. They're too hostile to each other. I'll talk to Sasuke. Can you talk to Naruto for me? As Kakashi simply said. Yeah, Jiraiya simply says. I'll do my best. Kakashi proceeded to turn towards the others. Rias, make sure everyone gets back to where they belong. She proceeded to nod. Kakashi's body flipped her away, disappearing. Jiraiya proceeded to go out, taking himself as he left, leaving as he went to go fight Naruto. The Uchiha was now on the tree. Yamato's power is fully accessible now. All of it, all the memories of Virgil, he had it all freely. The power, it felt intoxicating. It felt great, alive. He smirked. This power, it was all his. His hair was fully silver. He gleamed. It felt great. This was the true power of Sparta. The world will know this devil's power, he simply whispered. Before he can do anything else, Ninja wiring was wrapped around his whole body. Sasuke's eyes narrowed. His blue eyes were cold. He simply looked up, seeing Kakashi in front of him. What's the meaning of this? As the Uchiha simply said. You need to calm down. The Uchiha's eyes narrowed. I am calm. Were you, Sasuke? Because clearly you weren't. You almost killed your teammate over there. Really? Yes, really. Kakashi became more serious. You can't go using Chidori upon your teammates. It's not right. Uchiha proceeded to grip the blade tightly. And I see you removed the seal from Yamato. I did. What about it? That blade's changing you. It's either I confiscate it from you, or you start changing. You're not doing either. He proceeded to glare. What is it with you? You weren't this hostile to everybody before. Why now? Why now? Why now? Why are you here, Kakashi? To stop me? Try to put me into submission? Because here's the thing. I don't care, Uchiha simply said. And you think you know about me, but you don't. You don't know anything about me at all. If you want to know why I'm so mad, why I'm so angry, how about I kill everyone of you that you ever loved, and right in front of you, see how you feel. Now you can feel the same hatred that I felt. Kakashi proceeded, I smiled. Well, that'd be a good theory, but everyone that you just said has already been dead. Already been killed. Uchiha's eyes widened. I do know how you feel, Sasuke. But not everything has to be resolved to this. Some things just require precision. A new level ahead. Think about it. The wiring loosened around him. The Uchiha, he was able to move. Sasuke proceeded to Kakashi. I'll leave you alone. Talk to you tomorrow. Kakashi simply vanished, leaving him. Uchiha's eyes narrowed. He simply stayed there for a while, his blue trench coat blowing. This was Virgil's coat. Everything was Virgil, from the coat down to the outfit. He was Virgil. He knew that. He was Sasuke. He knew that. They were both now one and the same. But one thing blocked them from what they desired. Power. This village wasn't giving enough power. Naruto was getting stronger and stronger by each day. Dante was getting stronger. It's like seeing in a mirror. He was being surpassed. The power that he demanded was going to be consumed eventually. His time in this village has come to an end. As hours passed, Uchiha simply stayed there. He got up ready to leave. That's when he opened his eyes, turning to see several people above him. So, you're Sasuke, huh? A man with two heads said. A head that seemed to face backwards. Lord Orochimaru said you would be here, waiting. And who are you supposed to be? Where are the sound six? He simply turned, looking at him. But you can just call us your guards. The Uchiha simply looked at them, looking at them all. A red head, a guy with a ponytail, an orange hair bulk man, a silver haired guy with two heads. His eyes narrowed. What's in it for me? Power, as the big guy said. Lord Orochimaru is offering you power like none of you imagined. For you to acquire power, and he said he knows about the Tenmigru. Uchiha's eyes widened in surprise, then narrowed. He knows about the Tenmigru. He has information, and just what you need to get that power. Your father's blade, Sparta. With that type of power, you can have it all to yourself. Enough to kill Itachi. Uchiha's eyes narrowed. That type of power. Enough to kill Itachi. If he can get his hands upon the Sparta, unleash his father's true power, Sparta's power, then no one could stop him. The Uchiha proceeded to breathe in and out, then smirk. Is that so? He got up, proceeding to look at him closely. I can sense you all are strong. Very well then. He proceeded to get himself ready. Maybe by the gate in an hour. By midnight, I'll be there. They all proceeded to nod, heading out. There's no need to fight him. His validation was already good enough. The Uchiha was ready to leave. This place, this village has served its worth. He gained everything he needed from this village. Its pathetic people, its pathetic humanity, its pathetic will of fire. He simply turned away, walking. There's no need to stay here. Not anymore. Around midnight, the Uchiha grabbed the bag. He simply had everything he needed. He walked towards the front entrance, ready to leave. A voice said, "Sasuke?" He stopped. He knew who it was. Annoying Sakura. "Sasuke, where are you going?" She saw the bag upon him. He wasn't carrying it. He simply had it on his back. "Where are you going? You're not leaving us, are you?" Uchiha took 6 steps forward towards the gate. "Wait! Don't leave! Take me with you! I won't slow you down, I promise." "Do you remember?" Uchiha paused. "Do you remember the time that we almost kissed?" "I care about you, Sasuke. I love you. Don't leave, please." The Uchiha proceeded to look up. Slightly, his head was tilted up. He took a step and vanished. Sakura proceeded to gasp, looking around, but a voice appeared behind her. "You're still so naive, Sakura." Her eyes widening. "But no, I don't remember that." His hair was down, blowing. He looked exactly like Naruto. They were almost identical. Literal identical twins. Uchiha simply looked. She didn't turn. She didn't know he was behind her. She knew she was behind him. But she didn't turn around. But thank you, Sakura, for everything. The next moment she knew. The sheath of Yamato proceeded to hit the back of her neck. Her eyes widened for a moment, and then they slowly closed. She fell, knocked out, unconscious. He laid her upon the bench that was next there. He simply turned, staring, and then he moved towards the gate, his hair blowing in the wind. They all proceeded to look, sound six, watching. You really are looks like the blonde. I'm nothing like the blonde, the gossip said. We're nothing alike. Gossip returned, looking towards the village. He stared at it. Heard it. The blue trench coat blowing in the wind, the gold marks upon his arms as they gleamed brightly within the moonlight. He proceeded to move his arm up, curling his finger through his hair and slicking it back. A few strands of his hair fell upon his forehead. As he slicked it back fully, he fully accepted who he was, Virgil. As he stared upon the village, let's move, as the Uchiha said. They proceeded to make their way, heading out, as they ran within the forest, straight towards rice country, towards Orochimaru. The next morning, the door was banged, was being knocked. Everyone proceeded to wake up. The blonde proceeded to groan. He was the only one home. Rias and the other had thing to do in the underworld. Back on the other side of Kuo. On the other side of the world, but you know, everything was going swell. Naruto, are you? There you are. Where's the rest of your team? Gone, the blonde yawned. Just thinking about keeping appearances within the other world. I could have gone with them, but I simply said no. I wanted to rest. What's going on? He simply scratched his silver and blonde mixed hair. Sasuke, he's fetched from the village. The blonde's eyes widened in shock. What? He deflected from the village. Damn it. The blonde said, give me a few moments. He proceeded to go, getting ready, grabbing his red trench coat with ebony and ivory, putting them on his gun holster upon the trench coat, and proceeded to put it on. Grabbing Rebellion, the large clipper placed on his back, and eating a slice of pizza right as he got out. Clocking the door, he proceeded to knock. All right, let's go. The two proceeded to run. Shikamaru catching him up. Around midnight, Sasuke left. How do we know Sakura? She tried stopping him, but she couldn't. Damn it, Sasuke. How's Sakura? She's out of it. She's devastated. I know. I bet she is. The bomb moved. The next person they arrived for was, Choji. Hey, Shikamaru. As he proceeded to grab a bag of chips. What's going on? Sasuke defected. Choji's face immediately felt serious. I'll get right straight to it. He proceeded to change immediately. Understanding this, they proceeded to run and continue moving forward. The next person they went for was, surprisingly, Kiba. What are y'all doing here? It's like 7 in the morning. Sasuke defected, as Shikamaru simply said. Kiba's eyes widened in shock. Sasuke defected. Why? The blonde should be. I'm not sure yet. But when I find out, I swear I'm gonna punch a new one into him. Give me a moment. Let me get ready. Next few moments, they were running already. Kiba was like, why would he defect? For what reason? The blonde caught the team up what happened a day ago. So you tried to kill each other? Is what it meant. That pushed him off. I think I'm the reason. Why? Because he gotten stronger? The blonde simply nodded. I think so. Someone can't handle a little bit of ego. No. I think it's more than the fact that something else is getting to his head. They proceed to arrive at the Hyuga clan. Opening the door and seeing Hinata. Shikamaru, what do you need? I need your cousin Neji. Is he there? Neji proceeded to appear. Shikamaru, how's it going? What's going on? He looked at the other teams. Not even Naruto. We need you, Neji, for a team. Simple and basic. Sasuke's gone. He defected the village. Hinata gasped and shocked. Neji's face proceeded to fall serious. Very well. Let's move. As they proceeded to head forward, running quickly. As they moved through the village towards the front gate, the team proceeded. Alright. It's simple. Around midnight of yesterday, Sasuke and Chia defected to Orochimaru. We were assuming that Orochimaru Sound 6 is responsible for taking him. He's too strong to be taken down. I know that. Kiba proceeded to nod. Yeah, probably. They all looked at each other. So, what now? We make a team. We're the team. Shikamaru proceeding to look at him. Alright, me, I'm up in the front. It's me and you. Alright, all of us. Kiba will be in the front. He's the best tracker we have. He can smell Sasuke's scent. Next will be Choji. He's a big guy. Choji. He's our muscle here. He can do heavy damage and surveillance our area. That is me and Naruto. We're the heavy hitters. And last, Neji. You have your Byakugan. It's best if you can see from a faraway distance. Neji proceeded to nod. The blonde understanding. Alright, what are we waiting for? Let's go. They all proceeded to head immediately to the trees. But they were stopped by Sakura. Naruto. Huh? Sakura. What are you... Please. She looked at him, begging. Her tears spawned down from her face. Please bring Sasuke back to me. The blonde looked at her, shocked. Please, this is the only wish I ask of you. One of a lifetime. Please just bring Sasuke back to me. The blonde was quiet. Lee proceeded to walk beside her. He looked at Naruto. Naruto looked at Lee. The others looked at him. The blonde went quiet. Then he simply smirked. Sakura, don't worry. I'll bring him back. Believe it. He proceeded the grin. It's the prompt of a lifetime. He turned around, ready. He nodded towards the others. Let's go. They immediately hopped into the trees, ready. Sakura proceeded to watching them leave to go find Sasuke, to bring him back. Lee proceeded to say, have some faith in them. Have faith in them, Naruto. He made you a promise of a lifetime. He's going to keep that promise. She proceeded to look at Lee, smiling. I really do hope so. As they proceeded to make their way forward, the blonde proceeded to move. Each one of them bounding forward. He couldn't help but think, Sasuke, what's going on with you? Did you really defect from the leaf? Why? Why did you defect from the leaf? Why are you heading straight for the Orochimaru? Damn it. For what reason could you want to leave? He felt his, then he paused. Feeling both on his neck. He looked down to see. He said, Tsunade's necklace. Then, the perfect amulet. And then it all came to sense. No. The Tenmaguru. His eyes widening, now realizing why. You're after the Sparta. You're not actually going to bring hell upon the whole world just for power, are you? Damn it. No, Sasuke. No, Virgil. I swear, if you bring upon the world into chaos, I might have no choice but to take you out. No, I made a promise to Sakura. I have to keep it. But he clenched his fist. Damn it. Kiba, how far is he? Kiba proceeded to sniff of Akamaru. He's not far. Maybe a few miles ahead of us. But we're catching up to them. We need to move and hurry, the blonde said. Right, let's pick up the pace. They proceeded to pick up the pace, going faster. Neji proceeded to use his Byakugan. He proceeded to see farther. They're moving quickly. We're not that far from them. Right. Okay, then. We do gotta be done. Let's continue moving ahead. They continued moving ahead, pushing forward. As each time they got closer, they proceeded to get farther and farther away. Until they were doing something else. With the sound 6, they continued to move forward. So we gotta prepare you for something. For what, dude? Chiasapi said. This. They showed something vial. This is demon blood. One specific from Virgil before death. It's a vial. It's supposed to activate your innate demon power. Deeply buried deep within. Sasuke's eyes narrowed in interest. This blood, it should make you fully accessible to Yamato's powers and all abilities. Everything. The Uchiha proceeded to look at it. But this will put you in a temporary coma. But once you wake out of it, the curse mark that you absorb will be evolved and evolved also. And your demonic power will be fully accessible. You'll be full blood demon, no remnants. The likelihood of you having your Sharingan will be still highly there. But there won't be a trace of Uchiha left. Sasuke simply looked at the vial in his hand. He simply opened it to abandon who he was, Sasuke Uchiha, to become what? Virgil? Sasuke already died the moment that Virgil touched. Sasuke died the moment that he touched Yamato. The moment that this became, he's now something new. He drank the blood, drinking it down. It was, disgusting. The moment that he consumed it, he felt pain shoot through his body. A feeling of absolute power rushing through his system. So as Albin began to say, I'll stabilize the transformation, partner. Thank you, Albin. The Uchiha see and fall to his knees, Yamato glowing with demonic energy, oozing it off potently. He's going through. We need to work fast. They proceeded to form the dome as they picked up Sasuke and placed it within, marking it and placing the tags upon, fully sealing him away. The demonic chakra within the dome, within the container, gleamed demonic power oozed. It was getting stronger and stronger every second. As they continued moving forward, trying to make their way ahead, the moment that the blonde felt something was off, he felt the pressure from a far distance. He felt it like a spike of pain. His memories flashed. Battles with Virgil. His eyes widening. Whatever Sasuke is doing, he's becoming one with Yamato. He's giving up his humanity. His eyes narrowed dangerously. Sasuke! Something's happening, as Neji simply said. They just placed into some sort of container. And whatever's happening to Sasuke, his power is growing. It's dark and he's falling. Shikamaru nodded, his face grim of understanding that we need to move fast. They picked up the pace, going faster than before. They moved ahead. They didn't have any time to slow down. They proceeded to make it by seeing one of the sound six waiting for them. As they saw the orange one, he proceeded to smirk. "Oh, this is where you gotta be stopped, because you're not getting past me." The blonde's eyes narrowed. He was ready to fight him, but Choji proceeded to say, "No, this one's mine." He turned towards all the others, looking at them all. "This one's mine, guys. Go on ahead. I'll catch up later. Choji, Shikamaru, we have a mission to get Sasuke. Go on ahead. You better catch up." They proceeded to move on ahead. The Thumber proceeded to want to use this rock bind formation jutsu. Ninjutsu, but he couldn't because Choji was in the way. "Alright, you fat guy. You wanna play? Then let's play." "Fat!" Choji simply said. "Who are you calling fat?" He proceeded to pop a food pill, a green one, that one. He proceeded to take it within his mouth, swallowing it. "We'll see about that." The battle commenced between the two of them. The blonde was thinking about Choji, you better survive, I swear. They proceeded to push forward, moving. Each time they got close, one of the sound six proceeded to always pull back to try to stop them. Each one of the team proceeded. The next one that pulled back was Kiba. But once Kiba pulled back, they continued moving forward. The next one to pull back was Shikamaru. No, Neji. He simply told her to keep pushing forward, and he'll catch up, just like Toji and Kiba. Once there was only one person left to catch up to, the blonde realized what he needed to do. He chased Kimamaru. He took Sasuke and then ran. The blonde pushed forward faster than before. "Get back here," he simply snarled. As the moment that he arrived in the clearing where Kimamaru was, the container that was holding Sasuke proceeded to steam. The blonde proceeded to landing as he looked. Huh? As he watched this, he saw something going on. The moment that Sasuke left, exit rise from the container, there was markings on his body, black ones, across the left side of his face. but there's something different about him. His hair was purely white, losing all touch the remaining strands of black, silver white. Sasuke? He clenched and unclenched his fist. Didn't turn around and ran right past. The blonde eyes narrowed. He glared. Don't you dare run from me. He was ready to run right past, but Kimimaro stood in his way. You shall not go anywhere. The blonde's eyes narrowed. Move, or I'll make you. The blonde was ready to fight Kimimaro, but who got in the way was Lee. He arrived just in time. Leave this one to me, Bushibrow. You're healed. He nodded. Tsunade-sama gave me the healing. The operation was a success. He smiled, then turned back to Naruto. Go. You have to say Sasuke. You must save him and keep your promise to Sakura. The blonde looked at that guy. Looked at Lee. The blonde looking at him and then nodded. Don't go down, bushy brow. He proceeded to run forward, running past, leaping. As Kimimaro tried to stop him, but Lee proceeded to strike him with his leg. Lee smiled. He was back in action. Good. As the moment that he was back in action, he started to fight. The blonde moved forward yet again, following Sasuke. He could see him in the distance. Sasuke, get back here! He moves faster, trying to reach him. The moment that they reached a clearing, they arrived at the valley at the end. Sasuke leaped upon Madara's statue, walking, ready to leave, Yamato in hand. The blonde bounded forward, landing upon Hashirama's statue, breathing heavily. Did you not just hear me? I said stop! The Uchiha finally stopped, just for a moment. Then took a few steps forward. God damn it! What do you think you're doing? Listen to me! God damn it, turn around and look at me! As the Uchiha paused, he fully stopped walking this time. Then he slowly turned, turning his attention to Naruto, finally. The blonde looked at him, getting a real good look, and what he saw was horrifying. The Uchiha's face was all changed. The left side of his face had markings, black ones at that. They seemed to gleam with power, sometimes even flashing blue. His eye was gold, and the other one was blue, glowing blue with a black sclera, both black. One yellow, one blue. Sasuke proceeded to look at Naruto, staring at him simply. What the hell did you do to yourself? Sasuke. The blonde clenched his fist, growling. Answer me! The hell did you do to yourself? That's none of your concern. His voice was cold, colder than before. It was unfamiliar, completely changed. It was not Sasuke's voice. That was Virgil's. Virgil's speaking through Sasuke? No, that was definitely Sasuke. He could see it. He stared, glaring. What are you doing? What have you done to yourself? The Uchiha has seen this episode. Get off my back. The blonde glared. No chance. The blonde ran forward, bursting with blur speed. He proceeded to turn, as the Uchiha was to be turned up, looking to see the blonde. The blonde proceeded to send his fist right into his face, punching him. The Uchiha took the punch, his body moving to the side. The blonde punched him yet again. Damn it! React! Do something! Anything! As he continued to hit. Why are you acting like this? The blonde punched him once again. Another one. As the last punch acts, she got blood splurt on the ground. Dude, Chia's cheek was bruised. Slightly. He looked at him. Really looked at him. Then he spat out blood. He proceeded to turn, getting a good look at him. A real good look. Dude, Chia proceeded to reach out his arm, grabbing on his, being the blonde's collar. Well, no collar, actually, but his throat. And squeezing. Damn it. What the hell? Strength. Dude, Chia proceeded to watching as the blonde struggled. What's wrong? Are you having a hard time? This is what true power looks like. He pulled his arm back and proceeded to throw the punch, slamming his fist right into his gut. The blonde eyes bulged, gasping out, as he was sent flying across, right back to the Hashirama statue. Boom! He skid upon the ground, dropping in front of the Hashirama statue to the ground. Knowing that he touched the ground and hit the rock behind him, he proceeded to groan. The Uchiha stared, pulling out a ninja wiring, and he proceeded to pull it out, throwing it as the ninja wire flew forward, wrapping around the block and holding him tightly secure. The Uchiha bit upon the wire, staring at him. He struggled to move. The blonde couldn't even reach rebellion. His eyes widening, looking at Sasuke. He started doing hand signs. Fire style. Fire stream jutsu. As he proceeded, he breathed a stream of flame that proceeded to dance across the stream, rushing straight for the blonde. His eyes wide in shock. What? Boom! As it hit, it consumed him in flame. He watched, stared. His brother was gone. For a moment, he saw something pop through the flames, and then the blonde appeared. You bastard! Punching him again. Damn it. He punched him again, trying to do something, anything. He wasn't reacting, not a single time. He proceeded to punch him, but the Uchiha caught his fist yet again, grabbing his wrist, squeezing it. The blonde winced. He stared, and then the Uchiha smirked. Is that all? How disappointing. He proceeded to knee him. The blonde gasped out. As he proceeded to fall back, the Uchiha grabbed his ninja pouch, taking his kunais and weaponry. The blonde fell, crashing to the ground, sinking to the water with a splash. The Uchiha watching the blonde closely when he resurfaced. The blonde proceeded to think, he's really trying to kill me. Sasuke's actually trying to kill me. I don't understand. Why? We're best friends. We're brothers. And yet, you want to kill me. What happened to you? He remembered. Sasuke's lost in the dark. He's lost in the darkness. Only you can save him. You made a promise to Sakura to bring her back. To bring him back. You're gonna keep it. He remembered Neji and Rock Lee and Sakura to bring Sasuke back. Bring him back to her. He made a promise. He clenched his fist, the boosted gear something to his right arm. It gleamed. Draven seemed to speak. Are you ready? I'm ready. The blonde burst from the waters, rising as he proceeded to get up, breathing heavily. He proceeded to rise to his feet, looking up. He saw Sasuke staring. He was now on the water. The water staring at him. The blonde knew what he needed to do. The Uchiha was doing hand signs now. So that's how you want to play. Fine. The Uchiha proceeded to hold his hand sparking to life, a Chidori. The blonde summoned a clone. The clone proceeding to form the Rasengan. The two proceeded to charge. The techniques charging up powerfully. The blonde's Rasengan formed properly. The Uchiha proceeded to fall, falling down, gaining speed. And then from the waterfall, he rushed forward at high speeds. Divine dividing active. Divide! Boost! As the blonde boosted Rasengan's. The Rasengan's size increased, doubled, and tripled. Its chakra swirling faster than before, wildly. Boost! As the blonde's clone seemed to spin him around, using that momentum to gain speed, then tossing him forward as the clone dispersed as the blonde ran. The two ran at each other, both techniques active, ready. The Uchiha pulled back his arm, thrusting it forward. Chidori! The blonde pulled back his own arm, thrusting it. Rasengan! They clashed. The two jutsus clashing with each other. They proceeded to push at each other, trying to overwhelm the other. You're mine, as the Uchiha simply thought. Sasuke. The blondes, they pushed forward, pushing more chakra into his technique. The Uchiha hadn't did the right. He knew he did. He pushed further, putting more. Boom! A shockwave. The blonde skid back. He looked at him. The Uchiha rushed him with another Chidori, his eyes wide in shock. Damn it! Move! He dodged yet again. The Uchiha proceeded to come forward. His Chidori fading. Yamato proceeded to gleam brightly. The curse mark on his faded away. Started to slowly fade, but not totally. He thrust his arm forward. The blonde dodged. Poof! That was a clone? His eyes wide. He turned around and seeing Sasuke behind him. The Chidori was still active. He thrust him right into his chest. Boom! The blonde gasped out in pain. The blonde looked down. He looked down to see the Chidori was right in his chest. He was able to manage to move it to the left side. Actually, his lung. He completely punctured the lung. The blonde felt him gripping. Sasuke's grip tightened upon his throat. So you managed to redirect it from your heart to your lung. Oh well. It's completely ruptured anyways. It didn't go all the way through, just enough to be stopped. But the trench coat from the back didn't go through. Damn it. Sasuke. Struggling to breathe. The Uchiha looked at him, stared, pulled his arm out with a wild squelch. Blood dripped from his arm. You just to squeeze. You're finished. Even you can't regenerate from that. Oh, damn it. Damn it. Within the seal, the fox was seen to notice the battle was commencing. The red and white dragon was supposed to fight, but this was just a massacre. What a shame, the beast simply thought. It grinned. Well, I'll enter my chakra. This fight was just getting entertaining, but how about we spice it up a bit? He sent the red chakra towards the blonde, sending it through his systems. The Uchiha stared, squeezing upon his throat. Or the former Uchiha. He watched him. He squeezed tightly. And then the blonde's hand twitched. His left hand. As then his nails started to extend, turning into claws. Orange-like chakra preceding the orange-like red chakra preceding the whiz, forming. Uchiha's eyes blazed to life. The Sharingan forming. He lost his curse mark, but he saw it. His pathways are being filled with chakra. An orange red chakra. What is this? He stared. This power. The blonde started gritting his teeth. His teeth started to sharpen. His canines sharpening with the fangs. His whisker marks thickening and blackening. His right arm, with boosted gear, gleamed. It had a darker crimson to it. The chakra of his red chakra, orange red chakra, made it look darker. He gripped Sasuke's arm, squeezing. The Uchiha stared. What is this power? The blonde was able to force him off, pushing him off as Uchiha winced at the pain. He jumped back. He stared. What? How? How was this possible? He stared at him. This was shocking. He wasn't supposed to be this strong. He was a dead last. But yet, he stood there, right in front of him. His hair was wilder than before. That messy blonde like silver. Rebellion is beginning to sort of react. Demonic energy leaking from it. Overflowing. Is this Devil Trigger? No. He's seen it from his past, Virgil. He knows what Dr. Devil Trigger looks like. This is not this. It's not it. It's something else entirely. The human skull upon a rebellion proceeded to close. And the demonic skull opened. Jaw wide. It gleamed. The blonde stared. His eyes were red, slitted. Sasuke! If you think I'm just gonna let you go to Orochimaru, you're wrong. You either come back with me now, or I break every bone of your goddamn body! Who the hell are you? I'm your friend. I'm your brother. The two stared at each other, the blonde staring at him. His arms were crossed. If you won't listen to reason, then I'll just break every bone in your goddamn body. He grabbed Rebellion and proceeded to unleash a powerful slash. The slash proceeded to push back, sending Sasuke back, skidding back upon the water. He watched the blonde close distance, hitting him with a cross guard. He proceeded to gasp out, the blonde punching him. 1, 2, 3. Punch in the gut, and another punch, and kicking his chin, sending him back flying. He spun like a rag doll. He caught himself last moment. He saw how he rushed. He rushed forward with rebellion. He proceeded to pull out Yamato just in time to block. The two clashed. The demonic energy is flowing. Rebellion was unleashed, wild. It seemed untamed, but something else added on top of it. The blonde snarled, growling. The Chia proceeded to watch this demonic power. What is it? It's feral, like a beast unleashed. The blonde proceeded to kick off of him. He proceeded to rush forward yet again, faster than before. Boost! As the Berserker cried out. Divide! A soft gate divided the power, but he was still fast. Clash! The two clashed yet again, skidding back. He wasn't as strong before. How was he so strong? His eyes narrowed. They proceeded to clash, their blades swinging at each other, causing sparks. They pushed each other, pushing against each other faster than before. Uchiha rushed forward, clashing with him again. Sparks slamming. Each swing was deadly, powerful. A slash again. He glared. Damn it. What is this power? How did you get so strong? He dodged another one. He sent a judgment cut. The technique seemed to slash, but the blonde dodged. He went around it. He rushed forward, charging a drive. The blade became darker and demonic. Demonic black and red energy formed. He slashed forward towards. The Uchiha proceeded to vanish with pure speed. He proceeded to rush forward, slamming to where the blonde was. They clashed yet again. Of force, they blurred within red and blue, rushing around the area. The Uchiha clapped the blonde, sparks flying. He dodged it again, firing several blasts of magic. Blue blasts proceeded to rush forward, crashing to where the blonde was. He dodged, jumping over. He swung and tried to impale Sasuke with rebellion. Sasuke proceeded to block. Sitting back yet again, he was out for blood. The Uchiha gleamed. Satisfaction started to build. Good. He's unleashed. He rushed forward faster than before, slamming to the blonde. The two clashed yet again, glaring at each other. They rushed forward, slamming, their blades clashing, sparks dancing within the air. Unleashed potential. Unleashed everything. The Uchiha proceeded to fire another judgment cut. The technique proceeded to slash. The blonde gained cuts badly. There was more power in this one. Divide as Dre. His boosted power was stealing from the blonde. As Sasuke proceeded to kick him away. The blonde skid up on the ground, growling. He rushed right after him, overwhelming him with pure physical speed and power. The Uchiha was deflecting, pushing him back each time. He swung as the rock around him was shattered. They proceeded to fall, clashing once again, and then they jumped back, landing upon tree logs. Logs in the water. They glared at each other, looking at each other as they stared. How? What the hell do you want from me? The blonde glared. He said nothing and spoke. I'm your friend. Isn't that obvious? I'm your brother. I can't let you go to Orochimaru. Get your body taken, stolen from you. I just can't. That just makes me sick. Just allow you to go. and leave. For what? For you to just run away? Disappear? I won't allow you. I won't let you. You're coming home, and you're coming back now. Lucia's eyes glared, gleaming. And what makes you think I want to come back? You're coming back whether you like it or not. He rushed toward it again, slamming right into the Uchiha. He was sent crashing to the wall. The blonde slammed into him, blaze sparking as the Uchiha was physically overpowered. That's it. He had enough. You're coming home. Shut up. Just shut up. Huh? What makes you think you know about anything? About my situation? About what I lost? You were alone. Alone from the very beginning. What makes you think you know anything about it? He shoulder bashed into him, sending them crashing once again. They splashed into the waters. And then a large explosion rocked, the two falling back out of the water, skidding upon the ground on each side. They stared at each other. Sasuke still be watching. Why are you going so far from me? Because you're my friend, my brother. I can't just let you go. To let go of that bond. This is the first time I ever had a bond like this. The first time I ever felt a bond so different, so strong. I can't let you go. That's why I have to stop you. Even if it means breaking every bone in your goddamn body. I will. Uchiha sighed. He proceeded to put on his headband. As he put it on, he placed it right upon his forehead. Too bad. Because you are my friend. But the one thing I'm going to do, I'm going to sever that bond. Sever that brotherhood between us. We're brothers, right? Sons of Sparta. That's who we are. He stared at him, proceeding to look. Two stared at each other. Enough words. Uchiha proceeded to hold the Yamato, gleaming as the blade gleamed under the light. Come, Dante. The word using their old name triggered something within Naruto. His eyes narrowed. That was all that he needed to know. He gripped Yamato tightly. Naruto gripped in rebellion. He bent his knees. There's nothing else to say. He launched himself forward faster than before. He swung at Sasuke. The two clashing brothers, clashing once again. The two skidded back, rushing forward at each other. One went for a swing overhead. The other went for a below strike. The two clashed, sparks grinding against each other's blades. Sasuke tried to cut him open through the midsection. The blonde took over. He proceeded to swing down, trying to take out his head. But the Uchiha blocked it. The blonde proceeding to come forward, charging ready again. The two clashed in a chaotic battle. They flashed forward at each other. Both sacred gears roaring out. Divine dividing. Welsh dragon. Balance breakers. Both of the balance breakers activated. They clashed once again. The roar of power echoing. A crimson aura and an azure aura flashed. They proceeded to burst into the air, into the sky. They clashed several times. Once, twice, 4 times. Sparks danced within the sky. They gleamed. The streaks rushing around. They slammed into each other. Blades gleamed. Clash. Once again. Naruto proceeded to charge up a drive. He sent several crimson black crested waves at him. Sasuke proceeded to fire to charge up a Joshua cut. He cut several of the crimson waves into smaller bits. He flashed forward. Divide, absorbing that power and proceeding to use his own drive, striking right into him. The blonde blocked. They crashed right to the ground. Splash. The large explosion rocked the area. It was seen from far away, even from the village. From afar, Tsunade watched. She stared. She saw it. They were fighting. That felt different. As she simply said, Person simply stared with her. They're not holding back anymore. They are truly trying to kill each other. This has begun, Tsunade. Sasuke has chosen his path. He's gone down the path of traitorousness, of power. And it seems like Naruto has two choices to bring him back alive or dead. Tsunade worried. What path will he choose? She didn't know. He wanted to save Sasuke, obviously, but the more she watched the fight from afar, from this distance from the village, just from the sheer light show from afar, she knew he was struggling. A part of him was fighting himself. And she could tell. Was he going to kill him? Maybe. The two clashed yet again, glaring at each other. The blonde swung his sword. Uchiha proceeded to pivot towards the right and proceeds to slam his blade right into his chest. The blonde's eyes bulged in shock. He spit out blood. But the blonde proceeded to swing, cutting into Sasuke. His armor shattered. Both of them flying back, their armors repairing each other as they glared. They didn't care. They were brothers with vendetta. Two lifestyles that were completely different. And they were going to kill each other. That was the one thing that they knew. One of them had to go. I'm sorry, Sakura. I'll try to say Sasuke if it's possible, but I'm not sure if I can.